Welcome back to the channel, survivors. Today we're going to be diving back into Ark Survival Ascended, and today we've got a pretty hot one fresh off the press here. We've got tons of information regarding to what Wildcard's plans are for Ark Survival Ascended. Not only did we get some hard confirmed dates for two really big things and updates coming to the game, but we also have some brand new information related to Mario or other avenues potentially coming to Ark. Before we dive deep into the news here, as always, if you guys want to support me even further, don't forget to subscribe here on the channel by utilizing the button right below this video, and also you guys can join my Discord community or check out all of my links that directly support me and the channel down below in the description. So first up, let's talk about the brand new map that is coming to Ark Survival Ascended, and that is the center map. Obviously, they have done a complete overhaul on the center map, just like they have with the island map, so it's too early for me to dive deep into what exactly to expect from the overall map. All I can do is compare it from the previous one. However, a couple of things to note that was announced, and that is that the brand new Gigantoraptor will officially be making a debut when the center map does arrive. It was going to originally be launching with Ragnarok, and that has officially been confirmed and changed now to launching and still in track to launch for the center map. And additionally, here we also have found out, or at least a soft date for when the center map should be arriving to Ark Survival Ascended, and they are launching for the end of February. Unfortunately, they did not give us any closer to like approximately the exact date of when we will see that, but one could assume it's probably going to be the last week, if not the absolute last day of the month of February. And now, speaking of a brand new map and a new DLC dropping, that does lead us into the second map that will officially be arriving for Ark Survival Ascended, and that is Scorched Earth. As you guys are aware from several community crunches before in the past, they made a change where the center map was the first DLC going to be launching here at the end of February. Well, originally Scorched Earth was then pushed back to March 2024, and now it looks like via the most recent community crunch, they are actually pushing it even further now into April 2024. As we can see here in the community crunch, they state that Scorched Earth is actually set to launch on April 1st. So again, obviously this is Wildcard Studios. They're not really good at maintaining and sticking to a hard launch date, so it is very well possible that it doesn't launch on April 1st and it launches even beyond April 1st. But either way here, that's a big announcement. Anybody that was expecting to play Scorched Earth like I was in March, it is no longer going to be launching in March, and instead we will only have the island and potentially the center map. And now, if that made you a little upset because you were hoping to dive into Scorched Earth in March, just know this might make you feel a little bit better. They're still planning on bringing the Frontier pack that you guys can buy for additional money. Now, obviously, I'm just being sarcastic and poking fun at the fact that they are looking to sell another pack that you guys have to pay for on top of all the stuff that we've already had to pay for just to even play a really unoptimized version of Ark Survival Ascended. But nevertheless here, they are still planning on dropping the Frontier Adventure DLC pack that looks to bring potentially more than cosmetics, as it does show here in the most recent community crunch. And did we mention trains? You could build train tracks that can crisscross the scorching landscape, choo-choo your way past sandstorms, and create your own Wild West style dino raids. And unfortunately, that's all they give us. They don't dive deep into what exactly these train mechanics will be. Will these train mechanics be for everybody or only for players that have specifically purchased the Frontier Adventure pack? So again, obviously we have to wait till we find out more information, but just know that they are still planning on bringing this Frontier Adventure pack for the Scorched Earth map. Now, it still makes me beg the question, why don't we see another one of these adventure packs for the center map, which is actually debuting here in February? Maybe they just don't have one prepared, ahead of time for its official launch, or potentially are they going to be only running this pack specifically for Scorched Earth? And if so, it's just very interesting why this map got the additional DLC. And additionally, with Scorched Earth, they are still set in planning to drop the Shastasaurus. Again, this is that one of those new community dinos that we should see being added into the game. They are looking to still launch that dino alongside the Scorched Earth map here in April 1st, 2024. And now, moving on from DLCs and new maps and new updates, that does bring us into the limited time events, basically the live events, things like the Winter Wonderland that just concluded on the official servers. As you guys are aware, we did previously in Ark Survival Evolved have events like Love Evolved and the Excellent Adventure. They did mention in the most recent community crunch that they are still planning on bringing those here for Ark Survival Ascended. So if that is the case, we could potentially expect the next live event to happen here next month in February of 2024, bringing us the Love Evolved event. This one, obviously, like in the past, will bring breeding rates increased, maturity rates increased, potentially even bring us some harvesting and experience bonuses. You name it, it's very similar to the other events we've already seen, and we can potentially expect a ton of brand new color variations for wild dinos. And coming up in April, we should be seeing things like the Excellent Adventure live event also taking place. They did also hint to some new events coming out in the future, so obviously we got to stay tuned for that to see what they cook up. And now, last but not least, we have the dev kit update. If you guys don't know much about the dev kit, a lot of times people utilize the dev kit to, make mods and use this program to make additional things that, players could use to their advantage via the mod system inside of the game. Well, they have made significant updates to this dev kit, which now will actually give players the freedom to make sort of their own little mini games. And that's where I was hinting to at the beginning with Mario, for instance, as they did directly mention inside of the community crunch, the custom Unreal Engine games to be made available inside of ASA. Want to build a Mario-esque rampage through Crystal Islands? Go for it. Dream of a PvP arena where Tech Rexes joust against Spinos? Buckle up. They basically announced that through all of this stuff that they're going to be releasing in this dev kit update, players will have the flexibility to build essentially whatever they want and wish or desire to come to Ark Survival Ascended. I'm very excited to see what players cook up, and potentially maybe we'll test them out via a live stream or two. And with that being said, guys, that's going to be wrapping up all of our news related to Ark Survival Ascended that we got recently here. The last thing I want to mention does correlate to server transfers being enabled here on January 24th. Again, I would not hold your breath because they've had a lot of issues with this, and this is also something that I have even dealt with on my personal server with hackers and exploitation and things happening like simply just completely out of a player's control, even when it comes to managing and running a server. So I would 100% take this date with a grain of salt. Just in general, expect that server transferring is going to be a thing coming here in the future, but unfortunately, it's still not yet made available. As always, guys, thank you so much for supporting me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Ark Survival Ascended related. Also, don't forget I do have a Discord community, and I also have a private PvE community server for Ark Survival Ascended. If you guys are looking to join the Discord or just looking to purely join the community server, either way, you can always find that link down below in the description. With that being said, as always, guys, I'll see ya on the next one.